And welcome to the hottest hour talk show with your girl, Cher Ferguson. And y'all know I have what's hot in culture, the hottest topics, and the hottest interviews. I have my special guest in the building, and we are live at UNC at Uptown Audio. Can you let everyone know who you are and where you're from?
I go by the name of Charlie Wayy from the
What?
Bronx, New York.
I go to all the way. This is Charlie Wayy, y'all, from the Bronx, New York, and we here in Charlotte. You know why I say it like that? Because he be so calm about his music career and everything that he been doing. I just be trying to give him the energy because he's so dope, and that's why I got him on the show. So thank you so much, Charlie, for coming.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate the platform.
Yes,
for real,
let's
for
do
real.
it. Let's do it. So I just wanted to jump right into the interview and talk to you about, your music career and everything that you have going on. With everything that you have going on. Yeah, grab that. I'm like, that's like a sign or something. With everything that you have going on. So let's just dive right into it. So how has music been for you since the very beginning?
If we're gonna go into music, I've always been into music from like a kid. Before I decided like I want to make music for myself, I have like extensive vinyl collection at my own house right now. So I've, listened to Rick James, Isley Brothers, Tina Marie, you name it, Ohio Players. I've always just loved music as a whole, outside of rap itself. And then as I got older, it was rap. And I just wanted to be a part of music anyway, anyhow. Like, damn, could I DJ? Damn, could I make beats? Like, what could I do to be a part of music? And then naturally, I feel like everybody had that little stage where they wanted to rap. I went through that myself, and I just didn't like my voice. At the time, I did not like my voice whatsoever. So I felt like I was like halfway in, halfway out. I always have rap for other people, like, oh, what you think about that? And then tell people like it's other people. And they're like, yeah, that's dope. And then you be like, it's yours. It's like, no, it's just So I came in, and then I wanted to start engineering. So I got a brother, my brother, Hug Biz. So he went and bought studio equipment so that he can rap and do this and do that. And I would just engineer. I level out the music, make sure the mic sound good. And then it came to a point like, I could kind of do this myself. And I was like in my teenage years, like into college a bit, you know what I mean? I didn't really start putting music out and putting music together until like my junior year of college. So that's when I turned 21. That 21 age for me was real eye-opening. At that time, that's when I lost my father. My father passed away at that time. Wow. And then when I turned, that was 20 turning 21. And then 21 turning 22, my grandfather passed away, which is his father. So in that small space in the time, that's when I really wanted to start making music. One, as like a release, but two, I thought about like what my grandfather said. My father said like a man does what a man wants to do. So it was like, why half step? Why do anything? If I want to do this, put my full energy into it. And that's when I, started putting music out seriously.
That's so dope. So what would you say your love behind the music is? Would you say family, or just like you just really love music, like it just makes your day? What would you say the love is behind it?
Well, how music can like affect your emotions. And like how people lean to music for different stuff. Like if you down, you might listen to, some deeper R&B or something like that. Or, if you up tempo, you might catch it your DMX or your Waka Flocka, whatever you want to listen to. Yes. So it's crazy how like music can either invoke emotion for you, it can help capture emotion for you. But if anything, I just say mastery. You know what I mean? I grew up playing sports. So this is like one of the other things that one of the last things you can really do competitively, you know what I mean? And you can feel that you are better than somebody and not be disrespectful, it's just how you feel. And you could put your time in to be better, you know what I mean? You want to be a better songwriter, you put yourself around songwriters, you know what I mean? You try to write different types of songs, write for people other than yourself. So it's just a level of mastery that comes to music that keeps me attached to it.
I'm loving that. I love music as well. I'll be so like in my feelings, like you said. We gotta listen to a slow jam, y'all, or we gotta listen to an up tempo jam. Like whatever we gotta do, like it gets me in my feelings. So I'm super like happy and blessed for that. So let's talk the beginning of your career, because I did a little research on you, and I was like, let me find.
Let's see what you found.
Yeah, I was like, let me find this music that he first put out. So, and like you've been doing music, I would say for like 10 years, like, and how is that, like, putting out your first single? Like, I mean, I have it here pulled up on the side, but, like, how was putting out your first single?
Well, what song you gonna pull up, and then I can tell you the story behind it.
Nah. So on SoundCloud, I seen Riding Up on your
Wow.
side. I seen Riding Up on your SoundCloud, and I was just like, this looks like around when he first came out, because it was like 9 years ago. And,
Yeah. I was a kid.
So how was recording and like writing?
I made that song in 30 minutes.
What?
30 minutes. 30 minutes. Written, recorded, and like done. 30 minutes.
Wow.
My brother made that beat. So that's why that's funny. I did that in 30 minutes. No, that's like no shake to like try to sound cool.
No, right.
It just felt natural. At that time I had, other stuff recorded, but I put that one out because at that point I felt comfortable with my voice.
Right.
For a long time, that's why I didn't want to rap. It's like a rapper voice. I feel like it has to sound good to your ear.
Definitely.
So I think that's what usually makes the greats the greats. Mm-hmm. You know DMX, you know his voice. You know Jay-Z, you know Pusha, you know everybody that you can think of because of their voice.
Amen.
So that was key for me more than anything. I'm like 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna find something cool to say.
Right.
But yeah, I remember that. I made that in my bedroom.
That's so dope. Yo, like I wish I could record so much, like, because I want to be an artist like you, because you have so much content out. So I'm just happy for that. So even like from then to now, how has your work changed?
Level of detail and I hate saying all the time.
Nah, you good. And if you could speak, you could just speak it to them.
Oh, sorry about
you
that.
Good. We live.
I'd say me being a lot more hands-on. So before, in the beginning of my career, I was going to the studio a lot.
Wow.
Expensive, so trying to put money together, making sure that I rehearsed everything a million times before I got there to make the most of my money. You know what I mean? At the time, studio time's $30, $40 an hour. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, all right, I'm putting out, $200 in the stretch. And it's like, damn, that's $200 right there. Right. Let me make the most of this. I got to leave with a record. So, making sure that I practice all my material all the time. To now, whereas I create when I want to create and I have my own equipment. I record myself now.
Yep.
So before, that was one thing. Then having whatever engineer in that studio mix and master my records. Now I have my own engineer, which is, one of my men's real close, St. John.
Shout out St. John.
Shout out St. John, Tradition. And Shed Studios, he's opened up his studio again in the Bronx. Should be in about 2 to 3 weeks, he should be opening it up. So that's cool. I work, very closely with him. So I record myself. I sequence the records myself. Sometimes I even have my hand in helping making some of the beats where I might not want these certain sounds in there. So, for the people that are really, really into music, you have stems. Those are called stems. Those are when people send you every sound that they use to make the beats. And they send those to me now. That a lot of producers, they respect, my craft and what I do and how I want my records to sound. So they send me everything they've used to make the beats. And I might take some stuff out of it to get it the way I want it to sound. So just being more hands-on, I think, that's, the level of mastery that I was talking about, and trying to get things the way that I want them to sound, or get the listener as close as I can to my mind and what I feel like it sounds like in my mind.
Yo, it sounds amazing because your voice is really great. Like, you have a great sounding voice, especially on your music. So I must say that, like,
appreciate that.
It sounds really good. So as far as beat making, did that come naturally, or did that just come over the time with you hiring engineers?
My brother made beats, and then I remember before I'm a little bit more established now. I'm not green with music.
Right.
I remember I used to really send producers emails like job application, you write like, hey, this is such and such. It's nice to meet you. Mm-hmm. I would really do that and try to connect with producers from the rip.
Okay.
Instead of always just ripping beats off of YouTube, I always even try to build relationships with people. So it went from that, and then whatever beats I could get from them or whatever beats I would buy, to then I need the beat to sound like this. And I give them, I might give them a sample. I might buy a sample pack for producer and try to get what I'm looking for specifically out of it.
Right.
So just that more hands-on. I wish I could just sit there and make beats on my own, But I guess that's what they call like executive producer now. So helping the producer, I need this hand clap. I might need this synth. I need more reverb here. I need, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
Put this at half tempo.
Yeah, like at least you know what you want in the direction that you want to go in as far as your music. So tapping into that, like I feel like that's great because I know when I first met you, you know, we were at an event, like a little game night, and we were just talking. He was like, yeah, I'm an artist. I make beats. Like, I mess with, you know, I'm not like you fully like our executive producer, but you are contributing to how you want your sound to be. So I feel like that is amazing, and that makes you a creative artist. So shout out to that, you know, Charlie. Like, it's really dope.
Yeah, like it's like you said at the beginning, like, I just try to be humble about it. I feel like so many people want to do music or say that they do music that it takes away from it. So that's why I'm humble about it until, like, people hear the music. Then it's like, all right, you feel how I feel now, you know? Because now it's like anybody wakes up, people roll out of their bed, I rap today. And it's just like, really?
Do you really rap?
Do you really rap like this? Or are you really, really into music?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or is this a median for you to do something else? Like, some people might do it to get more women, get more attention, or be in the spotlight some way, somehow, or get some type of recognition. I do this because I'm genuinely nice. Right. Like, you know what I mean? If I didn't feel like I was any good, I wouldn't put myself in a position to be ridiculed by people. I feel like that's what changes everything as entertainers or doing things at a professional level. Like, if you play basketball, people love basketball, but what they got to realize is with LeBron and all these other people, outside of just skill, they're putting themselves on the main stage to be ridiculed by others.
Right.
At will.
Right.
For any reason. Like, I don't like the way this guy wears his shorts. You know what I mean? Right. I don't like the way this guy shoots. Like, people make fun of, like, LaMelo and Lonzo and them, the way they shoot. I don't like the way they shoot. But they're on a world stage doing these things. So that's what I always keep in account, whether it be positive feedback, negative feedback. I wouldn't put myself in that position if I didn't feel that I deserve to be in those conversations.
That's what's up. So what is your real purpose behind music? Don't answer that yet. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Charlie Wayy about all his music that he put out, his albums, his singles, and what's his real purpose behind music. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the hottest hour.
Unforgettable family fun meets laid-back luxury at Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa, the perfect getaway to Orlando, Florida, one of the world's top vacation destinations. Ideally located just a stone's throw from renowned theme parks such as Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, this beautiful lakefront paradise boasts extraordinary accommodations and abundant on-site amenities combined with exceptional value. With endless diversions amid tranquil, livable luxury, Westgate Lakes paints the perfect backdrop for all your Orlando vacation dreams. With its prime location and world-class activities, Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa remains Florida's #1 choice for both leisure and business travelers seeking the ultimate Orlando getaway experience near Disney and other theme park destinations. So prepare yourself for a truly unforgettable resort experience like no other. When you check into Westgate Resorts, there's a lot to check out.
This is lit.
This is my first album.
You hear your voice?
Cold for wasting clips on funny guys. Don't be ill advised and screw around. This is, I was seasoned up now. This is seasoned up. So this is like my first project under Charlie Wayy.
Wow.
So I deem this my first album.
Let's get into that. As soon as we get back, when I count us in,
Yes, sir, for sure.
let's get into this.
Lord knows that they ain't fucking with me. Lord knows that they ain't fucking with me. Lord knows that they ain't fucking with me. Despite the physique, bitch, I'm still running shit. Let them have the summer. I'm tucking winners in. They got the man. Run and get some mannequins. Win again and win again like the rain them.
And we are back here live at UNC for the hottest hour. And we here in Charlotte with Charlie Wayy. And before we went to break, we were talking about everything about, you know, industry, his love behind music. And during break, we actually got to listen to some of his old music. So how you felt about that?
You ever like open up like a photo album and you'll see like baby pictures?
Fact.
Listening to that, that look like baby pictures. My voice sounds a lot different. Obviously I was a lot younger. And those are like my first interactions with studios. Like the first song you played, Riding Up, I recorded a version of it on my own in my own home, but I can only do certain things to it. So then I started working with Rudy Rhythms, and I recorded that's like playing now with Rudy Rhythms. He was able to add the stutters in, was like Riding Up, like little stuff that I couldn't do, obviously, because he's a professional. So Rudy Rhythms, he worked with like Loaded Lux, a few other people in Harlem, does scores for like BET, stuff like that. So that was like one of my first real studios like I walked into and, worked out of.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, his first, I'm gonna probably put a little, snippet in here, but his first, project, I would say it's like EP, but he would say it's probably a single or something, you know what I'm saying? But it was really dope. You sound really great. So let's get into industry talk. So as far as the industry goes, like putting out your albums, putting out your singles, how have they been treating you with the response?
The response is always something you look for. From other creatives, I look for certain, results from them. Getting that respect. More than anything, I would love to, be on the world stages and doing all these other things, but I want to be respected amongst the creatives. Like when my name come up, it's, oh, he's serious. Oh, he's like that. You know what I mean? So that's just one aspect of it. The industry itself, just navigating it from, my early stages till even now, a lot of relationship building. The more you build your relationship, sometimes is the less that you can spend, and the easier it is for you to walk into certain doors. But you have, being in this space, I've learned, you've got to spend money on advertisement. Those are the things that I'm learning now, and how to put my advertisement dollars together to get more of a reach to meet other people and things of that nature. But just building relationships can take you a long way. Like my first time going to LA, RIP Nip, that was around the same time Nipsey Hussle passed. I was booked for podcasts out there. I'd never been to LA, don't know anybody in LA. And I just went off the strength of that relationship, Right. He was like, you always support me. He's like, the music is dope. I'd love to have you on my I'd love to have you on my podcast. Grind Fresh Radio, shout out to Brahma Bull, doing a lot of big things. So he was like, if you ever get out to LA, let me know. I'm like, I'll be out in LA for 420. I'll be out there. I went out there, filmed the pod. Coincidentally, when I filmed the pod, I met my man, Trev Deshawn. He was also on the pod as well.
Dope.
So me and him been making music since then, and that's been my tie to LA.
Yes.
And I met a lot of people out there, shot videos out there. On the Sidewalk Chalk album, the Confidence video is in LA. Opulence videos in LA as well.
Yes, you covered a lot of magazines in LA, so definitely shout out to LA. I've seen it, I've researched it, I've read it, and I'm like, dang, how you laying this? Not like that, but I was like, yo, he's really talented.
A lot of people ask me that, like, oh, like how'd you get in LA? Like how are you moving around the way you were in LA? It was just like relationships built. Mm-hmm. Like I said, RIP Nip, I was taken to the Marathon store. I was taken around, Slauson, moved around a few of those areas, just from relationships, podcasts from relationships, different things like that. Working with artists from relationships. When I worked with Trev, he heard the music. And he was like, you dope. We met in person. We talked. He chopped it up. He was like, let's get a record. I'm like, let's do that.
Right. And that's what happened. And I'm just so blessed and happy that, took advantage of that, because a lot of people don't. So that's what's up. That's what's up. The industry been really looking out for you and showing you love. Yeah. Get comfortable. Whatever way you want to have it, up here, down here, over right there. Okay, we got to get comfortable. So, like, I'm so happy the industry has been showing you love and really looking out for you. So that's what's up.
Shit, I need more love. I need all the love I could get from them.
Right, let's do it. So let's get into, like, first album, some of your favorite singles. Like, I'm not going to lie, Angel Eyes was on my playlist. If you guys don't have it now, you could download the hottest playlist on Apple.
Please
but like, it was all over, like, it was like really advertising all over, like Spotify, and I think I seen it on
Instagram too.
Instagram. Not only that, Pandora. Like, I believe
a lot of people, it's very very funny to me. A lot of people hear my music on Pandora, and I don't have Pandora. One time, my brother was like, "Yo, I always hear your music on Pandora." And I'm like, what? I don't know what she's talking about. And then I went, you can check your own music statistics when you put everything out yourself. Mm-hmm. I had a song stream on, like, Pandora, like over 100,000 streams. I was like, oh, shit. Like,
I'm telling you.
I didn't know that.
No, like, that's why I'm like, when I met you at the event, I was like, hold on, when you told me and I looked you up, I'm like, I seen this. Because I'm big on, like, visual, and I listen to, especially the music. So I'm like, and I love Pandora. But I was like, yo, I was like, nah, I've seen this cover before because it's really unique and different. Like Angel Eyes cover is like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? It's not you. It's a picture of someone else's eyes, and you know, it's just really dope. Like, but let's just get into like your first album, The Fun. Like, how was recording that? Like, that's just what?
So I pride myself in working with my people and working up. A lot of times, a lot of people like to work upward. I like to work across.
Right.
Because the same people you see going up, same people you see coming down. So I feel like if I could bring my own people up, it's more of us in the room. And if there's more of us in the room, we could dominate a room. So my first project was recorded by my guy Simon. And then it was mixed and mastered by St. John. And that's the first album St. John mixed.
Wow.
And then from then on, St. John's been mixing for Cinematic. He's engineered for a lot of people on an underground level, for underground music.
Right.
And he's a good friend of mine. That's my friend. If we stop making music, he'll still be my boy.
Right.
He can say two people, I was the first project that he's mixed and mastered. I took that chance on him and he took that chance on me, and we've built from there. Everything that you've heard has come out of bedrooms.
Wow. On The Fun.
On The Fun. That was
What?
I recorded The Fun inside of my man Simon's closet. Nah, inside of his bedroom closet on Tinton Avenue. I won't give out his full address, right by the 2 train, Tinton Avenue. I recorded everything for that album there. We helped organize the music. I cut up the skits myself from all the LeBron interview skits for that particular album. I did that myself. All the production, I found the production for myself. A lot of times I pick all of the beats for myself. So yeah.
I'm just so happy that you are really this talented, like, and you came to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
we found each other.
You know, we found each other, y'all. We found each other. So so I can't believe this, that The Fun was recorded in the house. But I believe it now, but I can't believe it because it sounds just that good, y'all. It really does. So what about Sidewalk Chalk?
That's my baby.
Like, what was going on in your head when you made that album?
With Sidewalk Chalk, that was my baby. I was going through a lot of like personal growth. I feel like sometimes with personal growth, things will happen bad, things will happen good. And it was a play on duality. Okay. With Sidewalk Chalk. When I think Sidewalk Chalk, you think obviously people being outlined. You think morbid things. But then at the same time, Sidewalk Chalk, you have kids. As kids, that's how you play hopscotch. You draw the little boxes on the floor. Right. You might draw a little scalesy block. Now everybody playing scalesy.
Take it back to the old school. We was in New York.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the Sidewalk Chalk thing came from. Right. Even from the cover. The cover is, you know, that's basically the welcoming sign to my neighborhood. I'm from Webster Houses, 169th and Webster.
Shout out to Webster Houses.
So that's where that came from. And I just wanted to kind of take a step up from The Fun. The Fun, which did a lot for you. I'll leave the last part out. But that was just me like saying, hey, I can make any type of music. I can make these various types of songs. Yeah. And then Sidewalk Chalk, which I call like my album, that was me showcasing music that I want, what my sound is like and what you can expect from me. Even from like the intro song, Sidewalk Chalk. It was a serious tone there, the way the production sounds, the way the beats come and everything. I wanted them to know this is what you can expect from me, and it will only be better than this and nothing less than this.
Right. And that's what
that's my baby. I think that is 3 years old now. Oh. That came out March 2019.
Wow. Like,
and it all kind of happened in succession. Like, I put that album out. After I put that album out, that's when I went to LA for the first time. That's when I shot the vids and everything like that. So that all came together. Who was on that album? Let's see. Tom Milan, he's from the Bronx. He's on the album. My man Tommy V. He goes by Audio Tommy sometimes. He's from Harlem. My man Ricky Mapes. A good friend of mine from college, Paloma. She was on there.
You was connected with everybody.
Yeah, that's my thing. Honestly, yeah. I like to work with a lot of different people. Because it's great to see how everybody's career grows or if it doesn't grow. And it's kind of like a photo album, but visually. Right, you know what I mean? Right. You can go back in 2019, oh, this is what I sound like in 2019. Oh, this guy might not even make music anymore. Right. Or these people might not make beats anymore. So in terms of production, one of the guys I had on the album for the intro, he produced for Dolph. R.I.P. Dolph.
Right, R.I.P. Dolph.
Key Glock. He's worked with a lot of people, and he did the intro track. I met with him prior to all of this happening.
Key Glock is doing it. Woo,
yeah.
Let's
so
do it.
He works with them. He has his own label. He goes by a different name. At the time, he's going by Kill. He produced on there. My man Simon, he produced on there. What else am I forgetting? He goes by Ayo Nels now, but at the time he was Rev Rose. He produced on there.
You was getting a lot of connections.
My man Austin Sauer. Shout out to Austin Sauer. He from the Bronx. He doing big things.
He put me on.
He's down with I believe it's E1.
Okay.
E1. He does music with them and he releases through them. So I know he got something coming out this summer too. But honestly, just trying to work with those that's working and those that's really serious about it. So yeah, Sidewalk Chalk, that's my baby.
Yes. Okay, so if that's your baby, what about RealOne? If Sidewalk Chalk is your baby, what about RealOne?
So RealOne came out. That was literally just a single.
Okay.
That was like a stable of singles I did. I did RealOne. I did Angel Eyes. I did Natural Feelings. I did No Permission.
Right. You did.
And then I did Goal. That was a stretch of 5 singles over like 6 weeks. Every 2 weeks I was dropping. Sorry, that was 12 weeks about. 8 to 12 weeks. Wow. I dropped those singles. And at the time, that was just things I had recorded that didn't have a slot for an album.
Right.
So I recorded with my boy Dirty Ike, my man Finesse the Great from L.A., my man Trev Deshawn from L.A., my man Tommy from Harlem. Just working with him, a lot of different producers as well. My man The Natural Law. Me and The Natural Law, we did a EP together, which I did Hellfire and Brimstone. That was kind of a toss-up in between like rap and rock and all live instrumentation. So everything on Hellfire and Brimstone was played.
Okay,
From
and
guitars,
that was more of like
pianos,
a more of an album, and then everything else came as like singles.
Yeah, everything after. So everything that I named, like RealOne, that's a single. Right. I recorded that in Atlanta. I did like like an artist powwow. Me and a few of the artist homies, we went to Atlanta, booked an Airbnb, and we was in all different types of rooms. Everybody just creating. Yo, this is what I made.
Right.
Get on this. Oh, get on that.
I really like RealOne. I really do. And I like all your work, honestly. It's like a different range. Like, that's why I'm super excited that you even, like, came to the show and just told your story, because it's like you have so much content, so much music, so much everything, like magazines, podcasts.
I gotta put out more visuals. That's the only thing where I feel like I'm slipping. I did a visual recently with my man Uncontrolled Media, Q. He's doing like a freestyle series. He just had who do you have on there? He had Ricky Mapes on there. Okay. He had Benny from the North. He from the Bronx too. He a real rapper. I'm forgetting the lady's name. She's from Brooklyn. Something Blue. Might be Mommy Blue or Madam Blue, something like that. I could be butchering the name. I'm so sorry.
No,
she killed that. She killed that too. So he's doing a freestyle series with artists from all over the city and other places as well. But definitely, I did something for them.
And about, people waking up and saying, I want to be a rapper today. I'm just doing this just for the fun or for the ladies. But what is your purpose behind the music?
Oh, one, respect. One, respect. I need to be respected doing this. This is not like, hey, this is just your friend who woke up and is just trying to put music together. I put time in with this. Amen. I put time in with this grind for real. So that's just one, respect. And two, I just say getting the music out to people. Obviously, this is therapeutic to a lot of people. Some people, they connect with a lot of different music. So just being able to have the music connect with them or resonate with them in some part of their day. Like, if I'm working out, you know what I mean? I want to hear this. You know what I mean? If I'm working, I want to hear Sidewalk Chalk. Or if I'm just driving, I want to hear Confidence. Or I want to hear RealOne. Or if I'm feeling a little bit more mellow, I want to introspective. I want to hear Natural Feelings.
Right.
Or The Chase, different things like that. So just having people call in for my own music into their life. That's it for me more than anything. I love to make millions of dollars with it. If that is in the plans, then yeah. But more than anything, just my respect. When my name come up, there's respect attached to it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of respect. So the industry love you, and we here for you. So, what is your definition behind love? I know you're in love, so that was the topic of today's show. So I just wanted to shine light on love and just figure out what's your definition behind it.
Love is unconditional. Love is growing. Love is support. love is kind, for real. Like, I think a lot of times, a lot of us come from different upbringings, so we look at love differently. Like, some people are like survivalists, and you're taught like, yo, anything I do is for my survival.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that are just genuinely great people, and they care for everyone, not just their own people.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So just finding the balance there. Like me, I'm a nice guy for the most part, but I care more so for my people.
Yes.
My lady's she loves everybody, and she wants the best for everybody. Like, she's one of those people riding the train. There was like, a homeless person or something. It's like, damn, I should have gave them something. She'll get off to go back to give them something she felt like she should have gave them.
Yeah.
That's not me. I want for them. If I did it in the moment, I did it, but it's not going to stay on my mind.
Right.
But that's what I mean. Like, love is just growing. And being unconditional sometimes. It's hard, that I always think about that Chris Rock skit where he's like, the only person in life that's loved unconditionally are women and babies. Men aren't loved unconditionally. He's like, a dog could chew your shoe. You'll hate the dog in the moment, but you'll still love the dog after that. So I always think about that skit, but then I try to not take it fully. But love is, it's growing, it's kind, it's
beautiful.
It builds you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited, and I met your significant other, your lady, and she's so nice. So I know probably if I was licking these, she'll help me. So I'm excited.
Nah,
she
for
was
real,
really great.
for real.
She's really dope.
She was doing just give her a little bit of shine. She was when we were in New York, she had her own like nonprofit organization, Palms of New York. So it was just dealt with enriching people. So giving back to the less fortunate, whether that meant clothing drives, feeding them, or anything of that nature. At the time, there was so much like looting going on in New York.
Yep.
She helped clean up the whole of Burnside Avenue, which was like one of the worst hits in the one of the worst hit places in the Bronx. So you had like Fordham Road was hit really bad, and then right next to that was Burnside Avenue. At the time, we were living on Burnside Avenue, so they did like a cleanup effort with all the businesses helped clean up for them.
I know Burnside. Woo.
Yeah.
I go back to the Burnside parties, but that's another situation. Burnside, I was traveling from New York to Burnside. Like,
I mean?
Y'all know me. Listen, y'all know me. I was in Burnside, but shout out to your lady. Shout out to everything that she's been doing out here. Shout out to y'all building that love and that commitment and that support with one another. Like, when I see you, I see her most of the time, and I see y'all doing shit. So
just trying, man. Traveling, doing good stuff.
Yeah, so before we go, I just wanted you to share what you have going on, where everybody could follow you, and how we could get into your music.
All right. In terms of what's coming up next, I have a project coming out that's executive produced by a good friend of mine. So this time I didn't pick any beats around, but I did show up to rap, for real rap. And I have, some of the best people in the country. I got my man Milk from Portland. I got Fat Boy Sean and Los, both from Texas. Who else is on the project? Got my man Def Soldier. He's from New York. He's from the Bronx. He signed as well. Signed artists. My man Ricky Mapes is on there. Yon Cash is on there. Who am I missing? La Phantom. He's a battle rapper. He's from New York as well. He just had a battle in Flight Club Saturday. So we got real rappers on there. Yeah, for real. So that's coming out pretty soon. We mixing, mastering everything right now, getting that all in the process. In terms of finding me and following me, it'll be Charlie Wayy. So that's CharlieWayy. It's 2 Y's. If you ain't put 2 Y's, you ain't spelling it right.
Okay, I like that. That should be a slogan. If you won't put 2 Y's, you're not spelling it right.
That's for the in person. Honestly, that's how I
yes.
tell people to do it. Because a lot of times, when you see it spelled, people think it's Charlie Wavy because it's 2 lowercase Y's. Nah, it's Charlie Wayy, 2 Y's. And then for social media, it's CharlieWayy_. That's Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, so y'all can just Google Charlie Wayy, and I'm telling y'all everything
will pop up. And shout out to Tuesday Podcast. That's my sports podcast as well with my boy Dirty Ike.
Dope. I should come on. I play ball. No, I'm just kidding. I don't play ball. Y'all know I'm mad funny, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining the hottest hour.
I appreciate you.
And I'm not lying. This is like one of the hottest interviews that I have done. Like, y'all know I'm going to bring y'all the hottest interviews, and I had to have Charlie Wayy join me. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me on the platform. I see you up here with Neek Bucks, so that's definitely dope.
On this day, April 27th, we're recording. On this day, like 3-4 years ago, I had Neek Bucks in 2018 come to my college show. It was the beginning of my show, and it was really dope. So shout out to Neek Bucks, and I feel like it's a great thing because now I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then boom, look at Neek now. Neek getting to it. Look, shit, you get into it. Like we only going up from here. So thank you so much. Tune in next week, y'all. Y'all never know who I'm gonna have on the show. We lit.
Sour.
Peace.